Good morning, welcome to Morning Outlook. This is Kim speaking on Thursday the 6th of February. So looking at the euro dollar first, and it wasn't too far off. It's found support, I guess, back onto this key level just around the 1.1 zone. Now, where to for it? It's dangerously close to breaking this. If it looks like a massive head and shouldery sort of pattern. I'm sure some of the people have noted that, but is it going to fold over now? If it does break this level today, watch out for it running towards the next key areas. You can see with these back here is the 109 area, so that would be the next key area. It may try a bit of a retrace from where it's sitting at the moment, but it seems like the dollar's got it at the moment by the scruff of the neck. Nearly said short and curlies then. I would have been in trouble for that. Oh, I did. Never mind. Okay, so looking at the 4-hourly picture here, consolidation around these lows, which often doesn't bode fantastically well. And daily pivot above, which may just draw it up. We'll just see how it reacts this morning. Either of these, this point where it's sitting at the moment into the 60.21, or its daily pivot could be the point of resistance, which then sees it retest these lows again. So tight one for the euro there. Looking at then the pound, let's just switch over and quick. We run onto the pound there. The pound remains into this. I've sort of drawn on this huge wedgie sort of pattern that's sort of sitting there at the moment, and it tried yesterday to get on and break through a little bit there, but that daily 200 stifled the move. It looks remarkably weak at the moment. Looking at the 4 hourlies here. Really, that move with the US data coming through later there, it hasn't really recovered from that at the moment, and as I say, looks on the weaker side. Let's just get the hourly up here. So again running into a 60.21 here, and in fact it looks weaker than the euro at the moment in terms of where it is here. It could pitch up still towards its weekly pivot there, daily pivot there, the 50, etc. And I'd be tempted to be looking at shorting it into that level, depending on how it moves up or if it moves up. But at the moment, it looks almost more likely for a continuation to the downside. We'll see how it shapes up post 8 o'clock, but that's really where I'm looking at the moment. Okay, dollar yen. So dollar yen riding around with the risk back on. It's seen the dollar yen sell off, or the yen sell off against the dollar, and continue to push its way up there. There is a chance it could obviously push up even further to those prior highs there, and it's been a long time since we've been up around this phase here. You'd have to go back to the weeklies, which I'm not going to do right now, but anyway, it does look like it's just got further upside at the moment, risk on, and it's that's fine for the softening of the yen further, potentially, but it will run out of legs at some stage. It has got a daily pivot below, but whether it's today we'll see. Here it's going to finish off in a nice hammer here. It'll have a nice trend line across the lows there. Break of that may signify some further downside towards that pivot, maybe more, or maybe even down to the 50. We'll see. Okay, Aussie dollar. The Aussie was doing quite well yesterday. It held up a lot better than some of the other markets there. Again, sort of news coming out and around China may have been helping this regain some ground. We did yesterday we had the speaker. No, today we didn't have any speakers on the Aussie. Okay, so looking rather soft with this move back yesterday, and holding up okay at the moment. But again, it looks like a break. Maybe back below that 4-hourly 50 would sort of signify further downside back to the lows. Simple as that, really. lower high would be coming in. Say just down across those trend line, really you could even be looking at it's just sitting back on its daily pivot at the moment, looking soft. Break of the 67.45 area, probably it would be a lower high confirmed, so anywhere around there. Actually a bit less than that actually, but anyway, it does look soft at the moment, the Aussie dollar. And the Canadian dollar is just so Canadian dollar again knocking on that door. It's knocking on those prior highs that we've been seeing lately, just consolidating again with these markets. Some of them, I don't think it's quite divergent. It hasn't got quite as high as it previously was. It looks a bit soft, and you do wonder if it'll roll over a bit at some stage. Maybe a bit of news around oil or something may just be the catalyst it needs, but for now it's just a very, very tight range, looking like a spring being wound up, and at some point it's going to fly one way or the other. But there we are. New Zealand dollar, do look at this quite a lot more lately. Okay, so yesterday pitched up and ran into that 200, but really stuck there into the 200, finding support off the daily 50s. So that's where it is at the moment, not unlike the Aussie that managed to push up a bit further. It's a bit stuck. It's currently running south here. Lower highs, lower lows. If anything, it looks like it might break to the downside from the intraday pattern. So just watch out for that. If it does, well, where to? Well, could be sliding much further down. We'll see how it runs, but from an intraday basis, just I'd be looking maybe at these prior lows at some point. Right, that's pretty much it for me. News today, let's just run through there. Aussie retail sales came in disappointing. Trade balance was disappointing. This morning we got at 8 o'clock, just about to speak as ECB President Lagarde about to speak. She's testifying, so it'll be content that's already been said again. We got the economic forecast coming out at 10 o'clock. Now, again, a lot of that data will have been chewed over, but we could see some volatility. And 10:30 p.m. this evening, we've got the Reserve Bank of Australia Governor Lowe speaking again. So he's due to testify before the House of Representatives. So again, one of those speeches which most of the content will be out there already. Okay, have a great day. Bye for now.